Welcome to Useful Words. Hi, thanks for being here. Today we're going to share the law of momentum. What is the law of momentum? Understanding the law of momentum. How to create momentum in your life. How our thoughts create our reality. And using the law of momentum to your advantage. What if I told you that there was a secret to success, a law, if you will, that will guarantee you success if you follow it? This law is simple, yet effective. It's called the law of momentum. The law of momentum states that the more momentum you have in your life, the more successful you will be. Momentum is defined as the strength or force that something has when it is moving. In order to have momentum, you must be constantly moving forward and taking actions towards your goals. The law of momentum is based on the law of physics. Isaac Newton's first law of motion states that an object will remain at rest or in motion unless an external force acts upon it. In other words, an object will keep doing what it's doing unless something changes its course. The same is true for us as human beings. We will stay where we are in life unless we take action and make a change. Let's find out more, shall we? What is the law of momentum? We all heard of the law of gravity. What goes up must come down. But have you heard of the law of momentum? This law states that our thoughts and actions are always creating energy. The more we move, the more momentum we create. And the more momentum we have, the easier it is to keep moving. This is why it's so important to keep moving forward, even when we don't feel like it. Momentum is defined as the force or speed of movement of an object. In other words, it's the engine that keeps things moving forward. When you're driving down the highway, it's the momentum that keeps your car going even when you're not pressing on the gas. The same concept applies to your life. When you focus on moving forward towards your goals, momentum will carry you even when you hit a few bumps in the road. But how do you create momentum in your life? It starts with setting small goals and taking small, consistent steps towards your goals. Then it's important to celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Each time you reach a milestone, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come and what you've been able to achieve. This will help keep you motivated and focus on moving forward. It's vital to stay positive and surround yourself with people who support your dreams and ambitions. When you believe in yourself and your abilities to achieve great things, anything becomes possible. Are you ready to start harnessing the power of momentum? Remember, it starts with setting goals and taking consistent action steps towards those goals. Celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Surround yourself with positive people. And most importantly, believe in yourself. You can absolutely achieve anything you set your mind to, and momentum will help you get there. Understanding the law of momentum. The law of momentum is simple. Our thoughts and actions create energy. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. The longer it rolls, the bigger and faster it becomes. The same is true for us. The more we move, the more momentum we create. And the more momentum we have, the easier it is to keep moving. Momentum is defined as the force or speed of movement of an object. In other words, it's the engine that keeps things moving forward. When you're driving down the highway, it's the momentum that keeps your car going even when you're not pressing on the gas pedal. The same concept applies to your life. When you focus on moving towards your goals, momentum will carry you even when you hit a few bumps in the road. But how do you create momentum in your life? It starts with setting goals and taking small, consistent steps towards those goals. Then it's important to celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Each time you reach a milestone, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come and what you've been able to achieve. This will help you keep motivated and focus on moving forward. It's vital to stay positive and surround yourself with positive people who support your dreams and ambitions. When you believe in yourself and your ability to achieve great things, anything becomes possible. Now, are you ready to start harnessing the power of momentum? Remember, it starts with setting goals and taking consistent action steps towards those goals. Celebrate your accomplishments along the way, surround yourself with positive people, and most importantly, believe in yourself. You can absolutely achieve anything you set your mind to, and momentum will help you get there. How to create momentum in your life. The good news is that creating momentum in your life is not difficult. All it takes is a little bit of effort and consistency. Here's some ways to create momentum in your life and start seeing results. Number 1, set clear goals and write them down. Be specific about what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. Then create a plan of action with small steps that you can take every day to move you closer to your goals. Make sure to celebrate your milestones along the way. Number 2, get rid of anything that's holding you back. This includes negative thoughts, toxic relationships, and anything else that doesn't serve you or help you move forward. You need to surround yourself with people who support your dreams and who will help you make them a reality. Number 3, take action every single day. You need to show up for yourself every day and do the work. It won't always be easy, but it is worth it. Remember, even small steps can lead to big results over time. Number 4, keep moving forward. The most important thing to remember is that momentum begets momentum. Once you get started, it will be easier to keep going. So don't focus on how much you have to do or how tired you are. Just focus on taking one step at a time until you reach your goal. And before you know it, you will be there. Are you ready to start making things happen in your life? Then put the law of momentum into action and see what happens. Just remember to be patient. Success takes time, effort, and consistency. But if you stick with it, I have no doubt that you'll achieve your dreams. How our thoughts create our reality. Have you ever noticed that when you have a lot on your mind, everything seems to happen all at once? It's like as soon as you start worrying about something, everything that can go wrong suddenly does. Have you ever had one of those magic days that everything seemed to fall into place perfectly? Well, there's actually a scientific explanation for this phenomenon. It's called the law of attraction. And it basically states that whatever we focus on expands in our lives. So if you're constantly worrying about money or stressing out about our relationship, guess what? We're going to attract more stress and lack into our lives because that's what we're focusing on. But if we instead focus on abundance, gratitude, then guess what? We're going to attract more abundance and joy into our lives. Pretty cool, huh? The law of attraction is just one example of how our thoughts create our reality. Every single day, we're bombarded with millions of thoughts. And each one of those thoughts has an associated feeling attached to it. So if you're thinking happy thoughts, we're going to feel happy emotions, which will lead us to taking happy actions, which will create happy experiences, and vice versa for negative thoughts. If we're thinking unhappy thoughts, we'll feel unhappy emotions, which will lead us to taking unhappy actions, which will create unhappy experiences. These emotions activate chemicals in our brains which then affect everything from our psychology, heart rate, and breathing, to our decision making and how well we perform throughout the day. In other words, our thoughts actually dictate how successful or not we are in life. Insane, right? But don't worry. The good news is that we have control over our thoughts. As long as we are aware of the power of our thoughts and feelings, then we can choose what kind of energy we want to put into the world each day. So why not choose happiness? After all, happiness is contagious. So there you have it. The law of momentum simply states that our thoughts and actions are always creating energy. This means that whatever energy we put out into the universe is exactly what will come back to us. So if you want to attract more love, joy, money, success into your life, focus on those things and take action steps towards them each day. How to create positive emotions. You may have heard of the law of attraction, but have you heard of the law of momentum? The law of momentum is just as important, if not more so. Our thoughts and actions are always creating energy. That energy either propels us forward or holds us back. The law of momentum is basically the law of cause and effect. It states that our thoughts and actions create the force that determines our destiny. If we want to change our lives, we have to change our thoughts and actions. It's not enough just to think about what we want. We have to put in the work to make it happen. For example, if you want to get in shape, you can't just sit on the couch and think about how you'd like to have a six-pack. You have to actually get up and go to the gym. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires time and effort. But if you're persistent, eventually that momentum will become unstoppable. Creating positive momentum in your life is all about taking small steps in the right direction. Every thought and action counts, no matter how insignificant it may seem at the time. Over time, those small steps will add up to big changes. Here's some things you can change to get started. Set realistic goals for yourself and make a plan for how you're going to achieve them. Wake up each day with a positive attitude and take consistent actions towards your goals. Be patient and don't give up even when things get tough. Remember that every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Let go of negative thoughts and emotions that are holding you back from achieving your full potential. Fill your life with positive people who support your dreams and help you stay motivated when times are tough. Focus on being grateful for what you have instead of dwelling on what you don't have. By following these simple suggestions, you can create positive momentum that will lead you to success in all areas of your life. Start making changes today and see where the law of momentum takes you. The law of momentum is a powerful force that can help you achieve your dreams if used correctly. Start making changes today by setting realistic goals, taking consistent action, and filling your life with positive people and experiences. Remember to be patient and never give up on yourself. With time and effort, you can make the law of momentum work in your favor. Using the law of momentum to your advantage. Ever heard of the law of momentum? In physics, momentum is defined as the quantity of motion of a moving body, measured as a product of its mass and velocity. But what does it have to do with you and your life? Just like an object in motion, you also have momentum. And just like the law of physics, the law of momentum states that objects in motion tend to stay in motion. In other words, once you get going, it's easy to keep going. So how do you use the law of momentum to your advantage? First, it's important to identify what areas of your life you want to change or improve. Once you know what your goals are, taking small steps each day towards your goals will help build up your momentum and make it easier for you to keep going until you reach your destination. For example, let's say your goal is to start working out 3 times per week. You might start going for a walk around the block once or twice a week. Once you build up enough momentum and got it into a habit of walking regularly, then you can start adding some light jogging or weightlifting. Small steps taken consistently will get you where you want to go faster than if you try to make huge changes all at once. Not only that, but using the law of momentum will help ensure that changes stick because they become part of your daily routine. How does the law of momentum work? The law of momentum is based on the idea that it's easier to keep moving once you already start moving. Think about it like this. When you're pushing a lawnmower, it's a lot harder to get started than it is to keep going. Once you got the lawnmower moving, it becomes much easier to keep pushing because it's already in motion. The same goes for other objects and for people. When it comes to humans, we tend to resist change because it's uncomfortable. Our brains are wired for survival. So whenever we are faced with something new or unfamiliar, our natural instincts is to shy away from it because it could be dangerous. However, once we take that first step and gotten out of our comfort zone, our brain starts to realize that maybe this new thing isn't so bad after all. As we continue taking steps forward, our brain becomes more and more comfortable with the change until eventually it becomes part of our normal routine. The best way to take advantage of the law of momentum is to start small. Baby steps taken consistently will get you where you want to go much faster and with less resistance than if you make huge changes all at once. Doing something, even if it's just a little bit every day, will help build up your momentum and make it easier for you to maintain positive progression over time. I like to think of momentum like compound interest. The longer you let it build, the more powerful it becomes. So if you want to use the law of momentum to achieve your goals, start taking small steps today and watch as your progress snowball into big results down the road. Remember, you can use this law to your advantage by understanding every action creates energy. When you take action, any action, you're creating energy that will keep you moving forward. So if you're feeling stuck, don't sit there and wallow in your own misery. Get up and do something, anything. Even if it's just taking a walk around the block or calling a friend, take action. Taking action will help you get unstuck and back on track. The law of momentum states that objects in motion tend to stay in motion. In other words, once you get going, it's easy to keep going. This principle can be applied in any area of life, including goal setting and achieving success. By taking small steps each day towards your goals, you'll build up enough momentum to make big changes occur more easily and quickly. So if there's something you've been waiting to change or improve in your life, now is the time to get started. Remember, baby steps taken consistently will always trump giant leaps taken sporadically any day when it comes to using the law of momentum to achieve success. Just remember that every action creates energy and that momentum begets momentum. So keep moving forward, one step at a time. And soon, you'll reach your destination. I'm Leroy Glover, and I thank you.